Coming up this week on Two Noobs as we bask in the afterglow of an Eagles championship parade. Why does it take a federal employee so long to retire? Because Daniel Plainview has to take a piece of paper down his oil well and walk it to the limestone cavern where he can drink your milkshake. Next, lawyers continue to give my profession a bad name by making a mistake they should have known about a year ago when we talked about this crap. Then a mermaid performer in China gets her head swallowed by a giant fish. Here's $100 for your trouble. And we conclude with another S-tier list. This time we're doing Eagles defenders. Can't wait to hit the special teams. Cha-ching. All right, start the championship music. We welcome you into episode 229th of Two Noobs Talking.
That's good with me.
Yes, we are the podcast that puts the mess in Mahomes. Gentlemen, my son tried to test me today, and I think I found my limit.
Does he live there anymore?
Oh, he does.
Okay.
He proceeded to take the last of the honey buns out of the pantry.
Yeah, that's a fight.
Well, I decided, you know what? I'm good with it. Very fine. However, he said he was going to put the box back in the pantry, empty. And I said, I'm okay with you taking the last honey bun, but if you are going to leave the box and tease me with the illusion that there is still a honey bun left, then I will kill you.
I don't know what is going on with the Murray household with these children that are trying to push you. They keep trying to push you down this road, my friend.
I just think he's getting older and things are getting to him a little bit more. That's all.
Don't call it over 40 rent for nothing.
Yeah. I've been down this road. They're not getting any sneakier. You're just getting less and less. You're not cute anymore, kids. It just happens. There's a moment in parenting where you children, you're just not cute anymore. You're little assholes. And we treat you as such.
You're born with big heads and big eyeballs to give us the illusion of cuteness so we won't strangle you in your sleep.
Yes. But once you get to the teenage years, elbow drops.
Yeah, exactly.
People's elbow. Yes.
Wow.
It's a secret to parenting, Matt. You just want to fight everybody. After
You have no idea how many mental notes I've taken over the years, gentlemen, with the amount of advice I have received from you and others.
Well, here's the good news, right? So apparently I was talking to somebody who read a book that says in your 40s, that's when you were going to be the most anxious about everything. Once you get to like 50, you don't give a shit anymore. So.
See, I'm getting there. So I'm all about at fuck all. Like,
I couldn't disagree. I could not disagree. I'm getting kind of close to that.
Climb on that. Good luck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me introduce these old timers here. Over there on that side, we've got Jalen John Tracy.
Jalen, woo!
Over here, we got Mylotta Matt Craig.
Nice. Are you gonna sing for us like he did? That was terrible.
Hell no, absolutely not. I have a better voice than him, but I'm not.
He was probably 3 sheets to the wind when he was doing it. Yeah, because he does have actually a very good voice.
Yes.
I in the middle. I am Slay Steve Murray. That is a noun, not a verb.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Okay. For a minute there, I thought you were going to go Saquon, but good for you. Yeah.
I don't put myself in that room. Saquon maybe, but not Saquon.
Yeah. He was a, my God, put a captaincy on that man next year.
Well, they couldn't put him on him this year.
I would want him to.
You didn't know who he was. Like, you didn't know like what kind of leader he was, but we sure as hell found out.
Oh, we sure did. Yeah.
Absolutely. So nobody here went to the parade, John, for obvious reasons.
Yes. I did watch as much as I could.
I have a complaint. I guess it was NBC. You heard the curse.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gave me 10 seconds of silence? Like, what
Nice.
the hell?
Nice.
It's like, what?
See, you got to be on the delay. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Matt
Sometimes they're
wouldn't
not
make
that
mistake.
perfect.
We didn't. Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, that's what it was like.
Exactly.
That's what it was like. And so you missed 10 seconds of a nice speech because they were bleeping out all the non-curse words after the curse word had already aired. The FCC is going to come a-calling, I'll tell you.
Thanks, Chase Utley, for ruining everything. No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, there was no Jason Kelsey.
Thank God, to be honest with you.
He was there, but he was basically in the background.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the first go around we had of this, we got the most epic, memorable speech of all time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Didn't hit me the same way today, but who did you think gave the best speech while we were up there?
Oh, I thought Mr. Lurie. I thought it was the most professional speech I think I've ever heard out of an owner of a football team in quite some time. I am now here referring to him as Mr. Lurie, like Mr. Snyder.
Ooh, well,
You know, I mean, when you win multiple championships in our city, you get Mr. bestowed upon you as if you're a knighthood. So he is no longer Jeff. He is no longer Jeffrey. He is Mr. Lurie now.
Mr.
So,
Lurie.
yeah, Mr. Lurie.
Get on board with that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Mr. Tracy, down in Texas?
I'm going to say AJ.
Oh, there you go.
Because he went there. Because he went there. Because the whole media thing, the whole year, like, you called me this, you called me that, but you called me a world fucking champion. Like, I agree with him.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
He took a lot of shit this year for no reason.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, the whole passing controversy was like,
it was no reason. They were just trying to figure things out with him.
Yeah.
Recall that we here on Two Noobs told you media to shut the hell up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and we will continue to do that. Exactly.
Absolutely. We were on his side the whole time.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. I thought Landon Dickerson had a nice one.
There you go.
Oh, he's the best.
Jalen's was good. CJ's was a little out there.
That's why I love that cat. You need people like that in the foxhole.
Memo to our mayor, though. No.
Yeah.
Don't talk forever, please.
Oh, goodness.
Just
yeah. I'm afraid to ask what she said because
I wasn't listening.
I wasn't paying attention. I was listening to the people in the background go, wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Nice.
Nice.
Because they weren't there to hear you, ma'am.
Yeah.
They were there to hear the world champions of football.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
But all in all, good parade.
Yeah.
Kind of glad I wasn't there because it looked cold. And everyone they talked to said they had been there since 12 o'clock midnight the night before. So I wasn't going to get anywhere close to the parade route.
No.
If I got there. And you were in trouble when SEPTA is actively going to the media and saying, please be patient.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's all you need to
middle
know.
Finger.
Yeah, that's all you need to know at that point. Yeah, it wasn't even worth it. I'm so glad to hear that because my sister works downtown, and
Please say she took the day off.
I think she did take the day off.
Good.
You know, I think she was hoping for a parade to happen so that she could take the day off and work from home. So I'm going to hopefully text her, maybe during this podcast.
Well, I can speak from experience because I was at the 2008 Phillies parade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
It was on Halloween.
Yep.
And boy, and I was there to be in the office. I came down as they passed my building and went back to work. Boy, did I have a hell of a time getting home that night.
I bet.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
I did not get home till well after 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I missed Halloween, basically.
Oh, I bet. Yeah,
See, Chase Utley again. Look at him, just screwing things up.
Yeah, and they went the opposite way. It was weird. I think didn't they start at the art museum and then went all the way straight down to? Or
I don't know. My building is on 20th and Market. They came down. I don't think they started at the art museum. I think they started a couple, almost like where the Thanksgiving parade starts.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think they started around there.
Yeah.
Because our building was one of the first ones for it to go by.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one ended up down at the stadiums.
Yeah.
I believe. So
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to the Dubby Energy Fun Fact, brought to you by Dubby Energy Drinks. Visit their website at dubby.gg or download the app to your phone. Use our promo code Too Noobs Talking. That's TOONOO Talking. You get 10% off your order. Are you ready to explode on a galactic scale?
Let's do it.
I got nothing going on.
Awesome. Awesome, because I am tired of hawking the weird stuff I've never heard of. So we're going back to Galaxy Grenade this week. Dubby has taken America's juiciest watermelons and paired them with a Mexican guava and topped things off with a squeeze of fresh lime.
Ooh.
This flavor is sure to kick your taste buds into gear. You save $4 off a $40 tub with our promo code. Matt, I think you claimed the fun fact this week. So
I did.
Take it away.
I did. Gentlemen, this was, of course, a historic Super Bowl for the Eagles' second championship in 8 years. The fun fact is that Brandon Graham, Lane Johnson, Jake Elliott, and Rick Lovato are the first Philly pro athletes to win multiple championships in 50 years since the 1970s Flyers. So those 4 guys,
Nice.
2 titles in 8 years. Of course, they won multiple titles in Philly for the first time in close to 50 years.
I was very happy to see when Brandon Graham asked for the second trophy to be brought. It was eventually brought and placed next to him. So as he was giving his speech, there were 2. Very
Just
important.
a heads up, I did get an update from my sister, live and in person.
Uh-huh.
The office was closed, so she never even made it downtown. Smart move.
Because I will bet you there are still people trying to get home right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On Friday night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. That brings us to the over 40 rant, which is a little different this week.
Yes.
Because one of the people on this panel, Mr.
Go on.
Casey, episode 198. If you recall, last week's episode, we did Breaking the Multiverse, which was the second time we've done that. The first time we did it was episode 198. And as I was going back to kind of see what we were doing there, so I didn't kind of repeat it, I happened to notice that we did hey, you have to remove one of these 4 Philadelphia superstars. And among the choices were Joel Embiid, Bryce Harper, Matvei Michkov, or Jalen Hurts. And of the 3 of us, one of those people
Me.
elected to get rid of Jalen Hurts.
Just to be clear real quick, I'd push all 3 of them off of a building at this point.
So you, sir, have the eggeth on the face.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad I do. So I put a quick apology because Jalen doesn't care about my opinion anyway. So,
that's right.
Fair.
Mr. Hurts, as I've been calling you the whole time since you won the Super Bowl, like Matt is doing Lori, I just put together a very simple statement about Jalen Hurts. I was so happy you brought this up because I haven't been able to say anything about Jalen. Really, we really don't talk, Eagles much on the podcast, but the process that kid went through this year.
Oh, yeah.
After last year, I am humbled to be a fan of his. Like, I want my 3 sons to grow up to be a man like that. Not even a football player. Like, that dude is a fucking real human. Like, he understands emotional intelligence. He understands football intelligence. He understands how to control the media. He understands how to control a team. It's been a beautiful year watching this kid grow. And I'll push through, except for Bryce Harper. He can stay. Bring me a chip and I'll beat Michkov to death with Embiid. So if Harper wins,
season, what the hell?
I'm joking.
Now.
Just joking.
Well, John, that's really great. I mean, you're exactly right with Jalen. I mean, what he's done over like his entire football career is it's an amazing story.
Oh yeah,
you get benched and whatnot. At least you weren't on this podcast dinged with 2 fact checks in the last episode.
Hey, I was repeating what I was
owes
told.
an apology to this to our growing fan base here. Just saying.
Who do I? Wait. First off. Okay, fact check on the quarterback thing. I was told. I was fed that by an ESPN or TSN or somebody.
They're wrong. They were definitely
absolutely wrong.
That's your first mistake.
I don't actually think they're wrong because look at the 3 names you said for the ones I didn't name: Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, and who was the third
Were they
one?
active? Were they
Who's
all
the third
active?
one? Who's the third one?
I don't even remember at this point.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
He
They all
doesn't count.
blow. They all blow.
CBS Sports. That's where I go to for all my sports news, gents. They're great.
Don't
They're
tell
far.
me.
I'm sorry. You didn't hear that.
So in fact, I was right. There were
And
three. There are 3 actual active quarterbacks.
Then the
other 3
memories got kind of blanked out over what happened in Super. Now, granted, it was a blur. We were all very excited over what happened.
I don't owe nobody an
there are a
apology.
couple of fact checks that, John, just saying.
I understand.
We're all not
Wait,
perfect.
hold on a second.
We all need to eat some humble pie every
Here's
once in a while.
all right, let's.
All right, on to topic 1, where Steve and Matt will yell at each other for the next hour.
I got one word for you: Xenia on a top. Okay, there's a difference between me making a factual error and Mr. Tracy shitting on our Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yes.
Just say. Okay.
Who wasn't our Super Bowl winning quarterback when I shit on?
Fair enough. However, of the 3 of us, the 2 who decided that Joel Embiid would have to be the one thrown.
Yeah,
in the
you're
can
looking.
are looking pretty correct at the
But
moment.
but I've always admitted my fanboyness gets in the way of a 7-footer that can do things like he does. I defy logic with him. He can't do no wrong. So that's.
Well, when you have a PTO plan where you're playing every other night, I mean, it's great.
It works out.
Yeah, it all works out.
It
You
works
get
out
paid
because
like
I only watch him every
$200 million?
5th game. So I mean, he looks great to
So
me.
you've watched 3 games.
Yeah, pretty much. He looks awesome. He looks like you have an NBA season.
I am not looking forward to the 76ers season dissection.
Yeah, we're probably not going to talk about that because there's
April.
nothing to talk about.
Yeah. Talk about it all. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
The Phillies preseason is coming up.
Yeah,
soon.
it's right around the
Yes.
corner.
Yes.
You never know. It's
Right around
faster
the
than we
corner.
think. Yeah.
And we may be bitching about a lack of change to the lineup, but
Mm.
we still got another month or so before we get there.
Oh, yeah.
So to topic 1, genteel man, and we're going back to the DOGE well,
Oh, my.
because why not?
Yeah.
Here we go. A converted mine located in Pennsylvania and used to store and process federal retirement paperwork is actually real and is now under threat. In a press conference in the Oval Office on Tuesday, Elon Musk said that the U.S. government stores and processes all retirement paperwork in a limestone mine, because why wouldn't you? The elevator breaks down sometimes and nobody can retire, Musk said, adding, "Doesn't that sound crazy?
Mm.
We were told the most number of people that could retire possibly in a month is 10,000 because all the retirement paperwork is written down on a piece of paper, then it goes down a mine." Musk said that instead of working in a mine shaft carrying manila envelopes to boxes in a mine, you could do practically anything else, and you would add to the goods and services of the United States in a more useful way.
Yeah.
According to a 2014 Washington Post report, 600 Office of Personnel Management, or OPM workers, process federal employees' retirement papers by hand at the site, passing thousands of case files from cavern to cavern.
Mm-hmm.
You literally work in a cave.
Oh, yeah.
The manual process continues to operate due to successive administrations' failure to automate it, the outlet reported, delaying how fast workers can receive their full retirement benefits. In an interview last year with Federal News Network, or FNN, Optum's then CEO said the agency was testing an online platform for retirement applications, but he said it would take, quote, many years to implement. Matt,
Stretch it out.
Oh, sounds like a leader of IT to me.
Yeah.
Matt, you work for this crazy
Well, I used to. I worked for that organization for 12 years, and I had
And now you're going to spill the beans.
Yeah, I'm ready to spill the beans after all these years.
Whistleblower. Let's use buzzwords. Let's go.
Well, I had the very fortunate opportunity to visit said mine, gentlemen, and it's an amazing facility. Yeah, now you have to get a lot of security clearance in order to get there. But yeah, there are caverns upon caverns upon caverns of different rooms that go down this particular mine. Now, what I did not know was exactly what DOGE found. That basically there were handwritten things that were taking place and whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like, that was just not even on the cards. It was, I didn't even think about that. But then the more I thought about it after I read the article, I was thinking like, well, that would make total sense then in that regard. Because why wouldn't you, if you're the federal government, if you're doing it by hand and you have to make sure that if you're going to build something up, in case of nuclear attack or whatever the case may be, you got to write something, you got to make sure that it's safe. So that would make total sense in that regard. It's a little weird, I'll be honest, to be perfectly honest, that federal retirement papers are essentially like you write it on a piece of paper and right down the mine it goes, that kind of deal, never to be seen again until it's pulled out, that kind of a deal. But yeah, I mean, what do you think of all that since I've been there?
Yeah. Like there's like no automation at all from what he's saying. Like
there is no automation, I would say. Like in terms of automation, there really isn't any. No. I would say it's probably more like if you could think of like a box, like your typical storage box that you get out of Staples, right? You would Steve would probably know this, being a lawyer. As backup, what they would do is any sort of case files, they would put them in manila folders and they would store them in these boxes. And those boxes then get taken to a storage facility. And the reason you do that is because that if something were to happen to your organization, like if the cloud goes down or whatever, or there's some sort of an attack, you have a backup plan that you could go and retrieve that. No more evidence of that was 9/11. When those terrorists hit the plane, Morgan Stanley was virtually almost wiped off the face of the earth. They're a financial organization, and they were located in those two towers. They were able to rebuild their organization because for years, they had stored all of their backup paperwork with said organization, Iron Mountain, and were able to rebuild their company and keep it running. So that was a great plan in action. Now, where Musk, I think, is coming at it is he's looking at it from a process perspective where, okay, I've got federal employees that are looking to retire, and I want to get them off the books as fast as I possibly can. And he's looking at this and he's saying, the current process is we have to write down all their information manually, and then we basically take that and store it into a cabinet way down under the bowels of the earth. Why are we doing this? That's his question. It's a good question.
It's my question.
But
yeah.
I don't know if there's an answer to that. Yeah. I think the answer to that is, well, in case of nuclear attack, or in case of a terrorist attack, or something along those lines.
Well, I understand that rationale.
Right.
It's important to have a backup. My question is, why does that backup have to be a piece of paper?
Right.
Why can't you have a backup server off-site somewhere?
Yep.
That's redundant.
The organization that I worked for is actually now more into digital storage. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if that's the case.
Well, apparently not for federal retirement.
Not for federal retirement papers,
That is my biggest question. Like, everybody has moved this way now. Everybody.
Yeah.
Why hasn't the federal government?
That's a great question. I mean, I think probably the rationale is, well, okay, if the cloud gets attacked or some sort of like digital attack happens, let's just say an EMP goes off or whatever. Again, paperwork. You've got backup, that kind of deal. It just sounds absurd right now because like I said, you're basically writing this down on a piece of paper and you're throwing it down this huge mine shaft, and it's like, why are we doing this? It doesn't make any sense. I totally get that.
It's not even throwing it down the mine shaft. It reminds me of Ford versus Ferrari in the movie when Matt Damon's like, I've been sitting out here watching that envelope get passed from you to you to you to you, like to change hands 23 times before it got to you. And that sounds like it's like you go down the well, you hand it off
to somebody else, who then hands it off to somebody else, who
then puts it on a stalactite, and there you go.
You just shove it into a corner where it's like part of one wall is the actual cave itself, which I've seen it. I mean, it's crazy. It is literally like built into the mountainside down there. And it's cold. It's like 40 degrees down there the entire time. It's nuts.
Bruce Wayne had a computer in his cave.
Yeah.
What can't?
Right? It really is a fascinating set down there. I can tell you that right now. They have a facility in there. We weren't allowed to go in there as a result, as you can imagine.
Matt will not be here next week.
Yes. You better.
There'll be a lot of.
Yeah. You better hope Cash Patel gets in.
What the hell? NBC's NBC censor button was malfunctioning there. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's crazy. It's an amazing facility. It's something that's needed, but in this instance, it's probably not warranted, would be my guess. I think the federal government could do a lot better in terms of making sure that their data is secure. Now, probably steps are being taken to do that. One would think, one would hope, in that regard. But yeah,
I mean, I think it's the, as we keep saying, the tediousness of the handwriting process.
Mm-hmm.
I think the existence of the cave just makes it sound more ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Also, like I'd be fine if you put a person in the front of the cave with a computer that was making things fast, and then someone else was writing it down and throwing it in the cave, I'd have no issues with this. Like, I don't care what you're doing with the paper. Like, I get the backup thing. Someone get a laptop out front and get these people retired.
Like,
right? Yeah.
Tony Stark filed retirement paper in the cave. Thanks, Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, there are so many. I mean, that facility in Boyers, and it's about, it's north of Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
But that facility is really amazing. When I was there, this was 12 years ago, so I could say this on the podcast without being that kind of a deal.
I don't know that thing.
Well, what are you talking about, John? They had stuff from Shanksville, 9/11. People would, of course, leave mementos there. And so the National Park Service opened up an account with the organization and said, well, we need to store all of this stuff that's at Shanksville, and we need to put it somewhere safe. Well, Boyers is only 2.5 hours north of where Flight 93 landed, basically crash landed. So you're shipping all that stuff up, and the amount of stuff that I saw from people that were, I mean, it's beautiful. There were a lot of really cool things. One of the best things I ever saw, someone had built a kind of like a pedestal looking thing that had a bald eagle, handmade bald eagle spread out, and that around the bald eagle there were like maybe, I would just say like fingernails that kind of was like maybe about, 4 or 5 inches tall. And on the top of them were the birthstones of each one of the people that were on that flight. I mean, it was absolutely gorgeous. It was a beautiful piece. And it was very, as you can imagine, very patriotic, very symbolic, all that kind of stuff. Really cool. Yes, Steve.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Why is something so beautiful buried in an administrative cave and not put in a museum
Yeah.
where it can be displayed proudly for people to come see?
That's the thing. I think it is, and I think it wouldn't surprise me that if you go to the Flight 93 Memorial, those things are on a rotating basis. So there's probably something that they've got where they have an agreement with the organization in question where it's like, okay, yeah, we're going to retrieve this particular item and we want to display it here for an X number of days or whatever. Then we'll pull that away and then we'll store it again, that kind of a deal. So there's I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if that was kind of written into the contract or something like that that's saying like, hey, listen, we want to show this piece off, we want to show that piece off, that kind of a deal. Really, that's what I would think. And it'd be on rotating basis. It probably also wouldn't surprise me too. This is completely unrelated, but Joe Paterno's statue, when that was taken down, when Happy Valley kind of lost their damn minds, that's probably stored in that facility up there. I would not be the least bit surprised. It's something I've always suspected ever since that whole thing in Penn State happened don't know when that was, like close to 10 years ago, I guess it was.
Yeah, and around there.
They had to put that statue somewhere. They couldn't just melt it, that kind of a deal. They had to put it somewhere. Or they could have done that, but more likely it's probably stored there. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. And then they'll probably pull it out and see what the university wants to do with it. If they want to do anything with it at all. That kind of thing. But when you're pulling that stuff out, it's got to go somewhere. You know what I mean? You can't just chuck it into a lake.
So it has way more value. You're saying this cave has way more value than Elon Musk yelling about it for.
Yeah, I think I honestly think, John, he's more upset on the process. And again, that's what this whole DOGE thing is all about, right?
That's his brain. That's what he does. He worries about the process.
And his autistic brain is probably going like, what the hell? I didn't realize this was probably here. This is either really cool or what the hell is this happening? Why are we doing this? That's the biggest thing that's like, it's so crazy. And he's just sharing it because Trump wants this to be talked about, that kind of job. It's his job. It's an inefficiency. No question about it. It's a definite inefficiency when you're processing federal retirement papers. You don't throw them into a cave somewhere where 20 other people can like put the file in the box to put it on the shelf somewhere. Like that, no, that's ridiculous. You got to get them off the books and done with. That kind of a deal. So, more to it on that. But yeah, it's a fascinating place. That's the only thing I could say. I've been fortunate, like I said, been there.
I didn't even know it existed until this conversation. That's awesome.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
Okay, Matt Craig, retirement. Okay.
Ooh, what?
All right, the process has been started. You will retire in 2075.
Oh, great. Long after I'm dead. Awesome.
If.
Yes.
If that falls down the right shaft.
It fell on a stalagmite. What are you going to do?
Oh, what are you going to do?
I'm going to send it with a paper airplane now. Let's see. Matt, your retirement's going to get there somehow.
Oh, there you go.
I just can't wait to see this paper airplane he's building.
Yeah, it's going to be shitty.
Well, while he's building the airplane, Steve, why don't we go to topic 2? Oh, there you go.
It didn't fly.
I was totally waiting for that to boomerang and come hit you in the eyeball.
No, it went up and then it just fluttered and fell down.
Oh, goodness.
It's the thick paper, I guess.
Thick paper ought to do better, though.
Which that was all the show notes, so I'm screwed for the rest of this.
Oh, boy. Okay, topic 2. The Wadsworth v. Walmart lawsuit in the United States District Court for the state of Wyoming. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about. It's just a case about a hoverboard that injured somebody, so it's a personal injury lawsuit. However, making racket because I don't know if you've ever heard of the law firm Morgan & Morgan.
Just a few times in my life.
Yeah.
Only, I think I saw today, the 42nd largest law firm in the country.
Wow.
Personal injury. They are very prominently advertised here in Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
They started it in Florida, by the way. I found that out yesterday.
This whole thing makes sense now.
Well, so they had a brief to file at the court, Morgan & Morgan did, representing the plaintiff against Walmart. Cited 9 cases at one point in their brief. Turns out 8 of them don't actually exist.
Yikes.
Yeah. Some of the when you cite a case, there's a case name, and then you have it's called a reporter. It's a book that the case decisions all get filed in, and you cite these as a lawyer to say, hey, this case had a very similar fact pattern. It should be decided the same way as this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they have these numbers that allow you to pinpoint where that case is in the reporter. Some of those turned out to be real, but had completely different names and completely unrelated facts to them. And so as a result, the court issued an order to show cause. And in fact, one of the attorneys from Morgan & Morgan is Timothy Michael Morgan, who I believe is a son of one of the founders. They were ordered to provide copies of all of the cases that were cited to the court or if they could not show why in writing they should not be sanctioned.
Oh, man.
So it turns out these cases were all hallucinated by ChatGPT.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
And if you recall, gentlemen, we had an episode a while back, over a year ago, I think at this point, where some lawyers did a similar thing. They relied on ChatGPT to write their brief, came up with a bunch of cases that never existed, and the court said, what the F? I think fined those attorneys, but said the embarrassment here that you've experienced is more than enough punishment to be deserved. But my question is, knowing all that a year ago, why the hell are people still doing this?
Laziness. Just
Stupidity.
good old-fashioned American laziness. That's what I think. That's where I go with this. Like, that is my this is my over 40 rant now. This is, I expect, as the AI gets better and less detectable, people are going to screw client F because I don't care. I want to go hang out with my friends. ChatGPT put this proposal together. Here, take it. It's wrong. It doesn't matter at this point. It's pure laziness. We're now entering the internet people that have only been alive, as long as the internet, like they've never known the world without the internet, are now joining the workforce. So this is. I don't think this is the last time. It's absolutely not the first time, as we know. It's definitely not going to be the last time. But if you are the 42nd largest personal injury law firm, fix your shit.
Yeah.
It would be like Nike making shoes at a sweatshop and nobody cares. Oh, wait a minute. Fuck.
Oh, wait a minute.
I misquoted that. ChatGPT.
Bad idea.
Oh my gosh.
There's my little comic rant for you.
Yeah, I also wonder if there's some stupidity going on around here. But we're talking about the 42nd largest law firm in the country, as the illustrious Esquire has advised us this evening. Not exactly ideal. And one wonders about the reputation hit now. Like, Steve, how would you feel about this? Like, this law firm has been hit with this. How will this reverberate? I guess it will be my question. Outward.
Well,
will they suffer from it, or what?
I think they ought to. I tried to Google it, but it doesn't seem to be making the mainstream news, unfortunately. I know, as an attorney in a much, much, much smaller law firm, we have legal research tools that allows us to find the cases we need. And I can tell you this, the case we talked about all that year ago, that made the rounds, and everybody in the legal community knows about it. Right? And since that time, companies there's two major companies in legal research. There's Lexis and there's Westlaw. They have their own AI tools, and they have made the rounds to impress upon people, hey, you don't want to be like those two guys who got caught with ChatGPT. You want to use our AI because they have access to the actual legal databases where these opinions can be found.
They're not going to screw it up.
They're not going to hallucinate a case there for you.
So basically what you're telling me is now every single law firm needs to put on their building, we don't use ChatGPT just to get business? Like, because these fucking idiots are out here we'll use whatever AI we want to. We're not going to pay for the real ones.
There's another thing that I think may be at play here is Lexis and Westlaw are expensive. They don't come cheap, and so cost may be another issue. But as a result of what happened a year ago, courts have actually put rules in. Like, there are some courts that say whenever you file something, you have to make a certification that you did not use AI, or you used AI for some piece of this.
Oh, wow.
If cost is an issue, though, Steve, for the 42nd largest law firm, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, right? I mean, at the end of the day. So, I mean, while I appreciate the fact that you want a cost cut, You know what I mean? You don't want to have to, tarnish your reputation by doing this shit. It's like, come on. Let's think a little bit here.
Look, when I do my job, the minute I get a brief from the opposing side, I look up all the cases they've cited because I have encountered situations where they mischaracterize what a case says. They'll say, "Oh, case says X," and I read the case and I say, "That's not really what it says. It actually says Y. You've tried to manipulate it here."
Yeah.
So if you're going to have a brief that has hallucinated cases, the other side is absolutely going to find out.
Yeah.
Because you have to, right? That's the whole process. Yeah,
that's the whole process. So it's not like this is something it's not like a term paper you can take to school and kind of try to slip it in and hope the teacher doesn't notice. The job of the lawyers on the other side is to tear apart what you have done and make sure the judge doesn't believe it. So for these guys, and particularly a relation of one of the founders of the firm, at the 42nd largest firm, to submit a brief that has fake cases in it, their reputation should be like, geez, guys, whoa.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised because they like to fashion themselves as, insurance companies hate us because we fight for the end. Well, apparently you cheat too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the insurance companies haven't raised more of a stink about it.
Yeah.
No, agreed.
You just never know. I mean, down the road, but I think their reputation is probably going to end up taking a massive hit on this once it gets out. I'm just surprised. Yeah, I think what you said before too, Steve, that the fact that this hasn't made mainstream news yet kind of is like, I wonder what's going on there. Like, why is that not the case that it hasn't hit yet? But maybe it will. Maybe in the next couple of days.
Chasing Elon around, they don't have time.
Yeah. Well, I'll put John's tinfoil hat on for a second, maybe as a theory. Is the media part of pushing AI upon us? I don't know what their agenda would be for AI, but
because they would lose their jobs from it. I don't understand that, but a narrative's a narrative. I mean,
I think there's probably some validity to it. I think they want to say, it's the next big thing in technology and all that kind of stuff, but they haven't really dug into the investigative reporters, if there are any, really try and look to find like the inconsistencies of AI, like what's going on here. And then you also hear about, we, of course, a couple episodes way back in our timeline, we talked about Samsung putting their entire, source code out on ChatGPT out for the entire world to see. And that was always
all because they wanted to make a slideshow.
Yeah. All because they wanted to make a slideshow, and it was copy pasted. Whoops, that wasn't exactly where I wanted to put that paste.
Exactly what I needed.
Yeah. So clearly, artificial intelligence, its infancy is certainly with us right now. It may take like another 5, 6, 7, 10 years for us to fully grasp it. The initial mistakes that are being done are hilarious, but if this continues, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be good. And then what do you do to shut it off at this point, right? Well, that's the next step.
That's my biggest problem here is you would think they would have learned the lesson from the other guys, but they didn't, which worries me that the negative side of the AI, which we've brought to light. You brought up the Samsung one. We did one. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? It was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
the
French one.
The French one. Yeah.
Chatbot. Cow's eggs.
And they threw.
I don't.
What was it? 350 million euros or something like $1 billion euros at it.
Yeah. The message is clearly not getting through that this is not ready for prime time.
Yeah.
And they're not getting it. And this is not a single law firm with hanging a shack outside your house. This is a huge nationwide 1,000-lawyer law firm that made this mistake, even though we have precedent that says this is bad.
Yeah, don't do this, right?
And they are not getting it. And that worries me that because the people who are pushing the AI, the limitations, and there are severe limitations on them, that's not getting out into the public, and that concerns me. You know, as much as we try to put it out on the podcast here, I still don't think enough people understand the dangers of John Tracy.
Yes.
John Tracy's a very dangerous man. You don't want to cross him. Trust me, I know that.
Well, I mean, he was threatening Robert Downey Jr.
Right?
For God knows what reason.
Yeah, we also like, you know, hockey sense of the world, you know, when we were playing hockey, you know, he cross-checked me a few times, which I haven't forgotten, Johnny.
You were in the way.
Yeah. I haven't forgotten, so don't worry. It's all up here. You know, I'll pay you back.
He's going to get you back.
Interesting.
Matt can hold a grudge for a long
He literally has the ability to make me look like a fool every week, and he doesn't. But he's telling me he's going to get me. Matt, when I leave here, I don't come to your house and look at the video. Go, what are you doing, Matt? Like, you post shit on YouTube. I'm not even paying attention. You could put a clown face on me for the last 2 years. I wouldn't know.
Be careful.
I'm of the broken thought process. Do the podcast, move on to the next one.
That's right.
Well, if you want to see John in a clown face, you ought to go to our website, TooNoobsTalking.wordpress.com.
Or now that I gave Matt an idea, look at every one of them.
Precisely.
Oh,
yeah. So if you go to that website, you will see all our episodes going all the way back to episode 140, and you can watch them on the website. If you want to see something before that, it will take you to our YouTube channel, where we ask kindly that you like, share, and subscribe. We're up to 104 subscribers now, I think.
Thank you.
As of the last time I checked.
Yep.
We thank you very much, and we'd like to engage, because Glenn left another asinine comment.
Nice.
About how the NFL rigged it for the Eagles. You know, if they're rigging it against the Chiefs, we got to ask why they didn't choose the Cowboys to be the one to do it. So,
yeah, right? I mean, come on, Glenn. What are you talking about, pal? Just come over to the dark side. I'm telling you.
I mean,
it's so much better.
Skip Bayless is bailing out now, and he's like fully on board the Eagle train. So you just got to do it. So back to the website. If you, on the homepage, you put your email address into the little box there and hit, I think it says subscribe.
Yeah.
You will get emails every time I upload a new episode onto the website, which I did today. So we are up to date as of this recording.
Ding, ding, ding. There you go.
Awesome, because that is a rare feat.
I love it.
But because it's so random when I post things, you're going to want to know when I do it. So sign up and get subscribed. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we're done.
Cool.
All right, let's go home. Ready, break.
All right.
I was going to say, aren't we looking at a weird video here for topic 3?
Oh, we're not taking a bio break? Okay.
No, I guess not.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll move on to topic 3.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Oddity Central. Which I had no idea existed.
Oh, there you go.
Looking for weird news. All right. So a popular tourist attraction in, I am not going to pronounce this, China's Yunnan province, recently attracted a lot of criticism for allegedly trying to cover up an incident involving a mermaid performer and a giant fish that attacked her during a live performance. Halfway through this mermaid show, an underwater ballet, the young Russian woman known only as, it says Masha, but it says Misha later on, so
okay,
one of the two,
there you go,
gets her head swallowed by a giant sturgeon that had crept up behind her.
Oh boy.
Luckily, the 22-year-old woman maintains her composure and manages to swim to the surface and get help. Although the show was reportedly stopped for at least an hour and a half, management at Mekong Underwater World, or MEW, allegedly offered the dancer a meager compensation for moral... oh, good God.
Jeez. I'm out. I'm never doing an underwater thing ever again.
Look at that. Oh, my gosh. Oh, goodness.
I had no idea sturgeons were that large.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel bad for her. Oh, man, that had to hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that Weird Al song? Like a sturgeon. Unfortunately for the popular, I'm not going to pronounce it, tourist attraction, at least one of the visitors present at the time of the incident filmed the whole thing and released the footage on social media.
Whoops.
Yeah. Thank you.
It quickly went viral. Following the online backlash that followed after the video went viral, Mekong Underwater World released a statement claiming that the performer hadn't been injured, which is contrary to the video you just saw. And that the aquarium was operating according to the usual schedule.
I'm sure it was.
She was reportedly offered $100 as compensation for having her head nearly bit off by a sturgeon.
Cha-ching. Here you go. Here's $100. Yay?
Keep your mouth shut.
I mean, we just got the flu back. China's being China. I mean, it's just normal world. It's fine. Nothing to see here. Just move on.
Nothing to see here.
It's fine.
Nothing to see here. Oh,
Wait till they bring the whale shark in next week.
Yeah.
And it eats an entire family.
So my question is, what possesses China to stick someone in a mermaid costume floating around with other fish? Like, I don't quite understand that. Can someone explain that to me?
I could see it with other fish if they were like goldfish.
Yeah, not 16 times the size of her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Generally, I think the rule should be if your head can fit in the mouth of the fish.
Yeah, he shouldn't be allowed to be there.
Be in there.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
I'm just amazed at just how quick the sturgeon was moving.
I mean,
no joke.
I guess she looked like a fish. I mean, what did Chris Rock say? A tiger was just being tiger, fish was just being fish.
Yeah.
Like, it's... Yeah. Stop playing with animals that are bigger than you.
Right?
It seems like a theme on this podcast. Like, stop it. It's dumb.
Yeah.
You know what they say about sharks is that they don't actually like to eat people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But when they see something in the water, the only recourse they have to see what it is by
attacking,
testing it with their mouth.
Yes.
It just so happens their mouth is full of gigantic razors, which slice you open. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, oops, I'm sorry you're bleeding out now, but I needed to find out what you were.
Yeah.
And I'm sure this sturgeon is kind of the same way. It's like, oh, this weird thing is swimming around here. Let me just see what this is.
What is that? Yeah, it's not like he pulled out his hand and was like, oh, I got an opposable thumb. I can feel. Like,
poke.
That would be the left perspective. So let's stay away from that. Like, why didn't the fish just poke him? Because he doesn't have hands. Oh, well, that's irrelevant.
It could have used its fins, like
just walked up and just like Nemo did to the boat, like just you know how things go.
No, we have to use our mouths.
Yeah, we have to use our mouths.
What the hell's wrong with you, fish?
Oh.
Seriously though, who knew sturgeons were that huge?
I did not. I'm just as shocked when that weird dude did the river monster thing and I saw a catfish that was like the size of a great white shark. I was like, I never knew they got that big. Same thing. Like, what? You show me on TV all the time, these little friggin' things. Like, oh my, that's like 3 feet. That's fine. You can fight that thing. No, this thing swims by and it's Joel Embiid. Like, it's just like, I play basketball with your face.
Right.
I've seen that show where the river monsters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he puts his hand down in the water, like, gets the catfish to bite it, brings it up, and now he's got this gigantic...
It's like 80 feet long. It's like, look at this.
It's, its jaws are up to his shoulder, and he's like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah. I didn't know they had them.
Drop this over here? Yeah.
This is why I don't swim anywhere.
Right.
Well, I can tell you, I was in the ocean. It was a year or two ago.
Okay.
Down the beach, and happened to notice out of the corner of my eye something large go right past, and actually, it may have even bumped up against my leg before I saw it.
No, thank you.
And it turned out to be a ray, which in Ocean City, New Jersey, is
pretty common,
pretty harmless.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of a shock because it's this big.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a shock to say, whoa,
Yeah, it's like, holy crap. Yeah.
I have to give this woman full marks for even bothering to get in the tank.
Yeah.
With a fish this large.
If you saw that thing, why did you get in? That's my question to her.
Well, you know, maybe it wasn't in there originally. Maybe like somebody screwed up. Just put him in that tank, not knowing that's where the Mermaid show was going on.
John, you said that she was in there. Was she volunteered to go in, or was she forced?
We're talking China, dude. I don't know.
I know. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, we're talking
right?
China. China's China.
China's China. So
tigers, fishes are fishes, and China's China.
Why don't you go ahead and go into that aquarium? Nothing's going to happen to you.
With the boat, and then they threw the fish in. Like, let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
And if anything happens, we'll give you $100.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
It's your bonus.
It does say here in the article that a sturgeon is a toothless fish, but
thank God.
I don't think that makes it any better.
No.
You got gummed to death by something the size of a great white. Not only did you die, but it was in the worst way.
At least with teeth, you would have been out of your misery quickly.
Caused by death, gumming by fish. Wow, that's a way to go. Yeah. Oh, man.
That's just disgusting. Ew.
John, we have volunteered you to perform an interpretive dance of Super Bowl 59. However, it will be in an enclosure with a lion.
Awesome.
Now,
So
lion is toothless.
So he'll be clawing me as I catch the Devontae touchdown pass.
I was thinking more he'd be like gumming your foot.
That'd be great. You can't wait. Can you do my right ankle, because that one just doesn't feel right?
8
old hockey injury.
He ate my foot. 8 or made better.
Either or.
All right. Speaking of
I'm ticklish. So a lion licking my foot would be hilarious.
There you
Until
go.
you realize you licked all your skin off.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
The tongue is like sandpaper. All right. Speaking of the Eagles, we are back to doing another S list. S-tier, whatever it's called.
S-tier list, yeah.
S-tier list.
Yeah.
We did one with Eagles offensive players in the last 25 years, which turned out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've decided we're going to do it with defensive players to continue on celebrating that Super Bowl victory, Glenn, even though it wasn't fixed. Yeah.
How did he think that it was fixed? All right.
Because it was fixed. Because
it's part of the script, part of the NFL script this year.
Part of the script, which doesn't involve the Cowboys. So that's a shame.
Yeah,
they're not good enough to be included.
I don't think I've ever, after a loss of my team, gone, the NFL's fixed and walked away from it. I've always gone, you guys suck.
Yeah.
even
right.
Check out our whatever episode it was when we broke down Super Bowl 57.
Yeah.
We were like, the field was slippery, but you guys blew it.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, Jonathan Gannon, you suck, pal. I mean, that's
and to be honest with you, it was totally fixed after we seen, the Chiefs the next 2 years, but we're not going to talk about
we're not going to talk about that.
All right, what we're going to talk about is placing these defensive players from the last 25 years into this list, where at the top we have the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Then you have not an Angelo Cataldi's guy.
Yeah.
Because Angelo Cataldi is an idiot.
Exactly.
Not showing off, not falling behind. That's your, solid, even Steven, middle tier.
Hell yeah.
South Philly stud, that's where the South Philly guys proclaimed this guy to be great, even though
he
same
really
people
isn't.
Yeah. And then you have hot garbage, which is self-explanatory. So, Mr. Matt, why don't you take it away, sir, since you have control of the board?
Let's do it, gentlemen. We lead off, and by the way, doing all the research for this, we have been really blessed with some really terrific players on defense on the majority of the side. So it was very difficult to find some horrible ones, but there are some that are mixed in here that I'm guaranteed will be hot garbage. But to lead off,
let's put them all in, and we'll just
let's do it.
They're all in. They're fine.
Blaine Bishop, guys, to start off. Blaine Bishop, where would you put him on an Eagles S tier list here? What do you think? I'm going to go with, why don't I start with Johnny to lead off?
Right. Yikes.
In fairness.
Yeah, thank you for helping me out.
When he gave up when he was trailing Joe Juravicius on the touchdown, he didn't have any groins.
And he was way past his prime.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Yep, very true.
I would say South Philly stud.
Yeah, he's not hot garbage.
But he's here.
He's definitely not, in the top 3.
Yeah, makes sense.
Categories.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How about 395-pound linebacker LaVon Kirkland? Gentlemen?
Oh, did we just start with that play? Like
that entire play?
I think that was his.
He
I
was
think that
covering
was-
vicious initially, right?
Yeah, I
So-
think he was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's probably still running behind him.
I think I put him in the South Philly stud category.
Yeah, I think that's more of a management decision than a player
Yes.
decision.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was put in bed, as Andy Reid likes to
Yeah.
say, he was not put in the right positions.
Yeah,
I
shut
think
him.
he, for the most part, I feel like he did the job that he was there to do and should have done.
There you go.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
it's-
a run-stopping linebacker, not a Chase Joe Jaravicious.
Exactly.
Raw defense
Pretty
was
simple.
Raw defense was called by Jim Johnson. Rare for him, but yeah, raw defense. Damon Moore, guys, free strong safety, I should say, for the Eagles. Early 2000s.
I remember him, but I don't remember him for anything great or anything terrible.
Well,
Yeah.
to help you out, he did have an interception return for a score against the Bucks, wild card in 2000, I believe, or 2001.
That's something.
Wow, that's old.
That's something. Well, you don't suck then.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't think of a single bad thing about him. And Matt gave me one good thing, so where does he go?
I put him in not showing off, not falling behind. Then,
Behind?
That's
There you
what it
go.
is.
Kinda in
There
the
you
middle
go.
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A
I
pretty
mean,
good tag.
unfortunately for Blaine Bishop and Levon Kirkland, all they're remembered for is the Joe Jaravicious touchdown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
If all Damon Moore is remembered for is returning a touchdown,
Yeah, put him up one.
In a
Yeah,
playoff
like,
game,
there you
that's
go.
pretty good.
I like
Yeah,
it.
there you
Yeah.
go.
yeah.
I like it.
All right. This one, you may know, Jamar Chaney. He was a backup, kind of, I guess you could say,
Oh,
start.
absolutely not. Absolutely
Not
The
okay.
memories are that good.
Yeah, absolutely. They run 93 past me every year. I'm gonna miss a few.
51, he must have been a linebacker.
He was a linebacker. Yeah. He was a starter.
On what team?
I want to say he was probably post 2004. I'm gonna look him up here.
Ooh, that's gonna be tough.
Jamar Chaney.
I'm-
The more you say it, it's ringing a bell, but it's not ringing any
Right?
like.
I keep
Did I ever see him play?
I keep thinking of John Chaney. Ooh, kill you.
Yeah, he was only in the league for about, I think it was 4 years. Well, you go to NFL.com and it's like dead. Hold on. Let me go.
Wow.
Yeah, hold on. Pro football. Pull this up here.
Yeah, well, how dare you use the racist NFL?
I mean, I'm going total Gandalf here. I have no memory of this player.
Actually, yeah, 2010 to 2014. My bad. 2010 to 2014. He played for the Eagles from 2010 to 2012. So that was like kind of,
Oof,
you know,
it's dream
2010 they
team.
had a good year. Then
Yeah,
20,
yeah. Like I'm not gonna remember you at
Alright.
all.
Yeah.
South Philly stud then.
South Philly stud. Okay.
Yeah, yes, because we don't know. There's no way he did anything.
All right. So we're going to turn the corner here. Malcolm Jenkins, gentlemen, Super Bowl champion.
I got the jersey up there.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you want to put him?
Malcolm.
Yeah, he goes top.
Yeah.
Best
yeah,
there is?
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite Eagles of all time.
Okay.
He's actually one of my favorite football
He
players.
was an amazing safety. I think he had an Iron Man streak at one point, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
He
Yep.
played a bunch of games. He won a Super Bowl. He was probably the key player on that defense in that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
There you go. Nice. Michael Lewis. Of course, he was the strong safety alongside Brian Dawkins early 2000s, gents. After Damon Moore left, they drafted Lewis, and Lewis was there for, I think it was about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I remember Lewis well for being a good player.
Mhm.
Not a great player, but just a good, player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put him right in the middle, not showing
Yeah.
off, not falling behind.
I agree
Don
with
Angelo?
that.
Or here.
No.
No, right there. Right,
Yeah,
in the
right
middle.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
remember.
I mean, he was playing next to Brian Dawkins. I mean,
Yeah.
you had a little advantage there, kid.
Yeah. Just a little bit, right?
The name evokes some positive memories. So that
Mhm.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very
32, if I'm correct.
yeah,
true. Yeah,
Okay.
32. Yep.
yeah.
It gets
I
worse,
could see
though,
the 32.
gents.
Yeah.
Nate Allen.
can.
Nate Allen is next, gentlemen. Cornerback of the Dream Team here.
Cornerback?
Yeah.
I thought he was a
Give you an
safety.
idea of where he played.
I thought he was too, but
I think he was a
I have
safety. now that I think
I
about it.
have no memory
He might have been
of anything good.
He might have been a cornerback that converted to safety.
That's
I think
possible.
you're right. Yeah, let's see here.
I
Nate
go
Allen,
South
2010 to
Philly.
2017. Played for the Eagles from 2010 to 2014. Yeah.
Yeah, I go South Philly stud because his name came up a lot and not in a good way.
Mm.
Yeah.
but
He's
not
hot garbage.
But it's not
Yeah,
hard
not
garbage.
hot
Okay. All right. We go to another Super Bowl champion, gents. Jalen Mills is up next. Green Goblin. Jalen Mills.
I was so sad when he left.
Yeah,
So
I was
sad.
too. I thought he did a pretty decent job in the secondary. Wasn't. I remember he had a
double
interception.
moves though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was bad at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why I would put him in the middle.
Kind of not showing
I
off.
agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had some nice moments, but he also got.
He was
burned up with the
memorable,
move
but he
a
also
lot.
had some. Yeah, he had some bad ones.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Okay. Defensive tackle Mike Patterson, gentlemen, is up next. Big old 98 USC grad.
Part of, like we talked about many times ago, the Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman kind of concept
Mm-hmm.
and Andy Reid's concept originally when Lurie bought the team, one after another, and they seem to be the same good player. Like they draft the guy that replaces the guy, and it's like at the end of their career, it's like, damn, he's just as good as that other guy.
10-year career in the NFL, by the way, Mike Patterson.
Total Eagle.
Yeah. Played with us for 8 and then went to the Giants. Turncoat. But he was there from 2005 to 2012. Mike Patterson. Where would you put him?
I think I put him in the not showing off.
John, would you agree?
Yeah. He wasn't the best defensive tackle we had, but he's definitely not the worst.
Right.
Yeah, for his career, 16 and a half sacks over a
he was a
career.
decent player. He just
Yeah,
wasn't
and we didn't-
anything special. That's all.
Yeah, we didn't have a defensive line that the defensive tackles that got sacks. They were more run stoppers.
Yeah, makes sense. Stuart Bradley, gents.
Oh, Stuart Bradley.
Oh, he's a total South Philly stud. He was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but he was a serviceable linebacker, I would say. But he wasn't showing off either. No, I would probably put him on the tier below that. I would think people liked Stuart Bradley a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, nothing flashy.
But nothing flashy. Steve, what do you think?
Okay. I probably would have put him one up, but
You're okay with the consensus there? Okay.
yeah, I think so.
All right. Leto Shepherd, gents.
Oh, he's a not Angelo guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? Okay.
Because he got the hate.
He really did get
He
that.
got the hate. He didn't get the love. He was a good player.
Yeah, should have got the love, really.
He's a part of one of the best secondaries the Eagles have ever had.
Yeah. That's true. That's very true. James Bradbury, who is considered to be a Super Bowl champion since he was on the since he was on since he was on IR, but of course had the holding call in Super Bowl 57, cost us the game, bastard. What do you think of James?
I do not blame him.
Blame him for that?
I don't blame him either for that, but
yeah,
man, like it was really funny how we thought we had to deal with him for another season, and then all of a sudden Nancy Kerrigan, Vic Fangio fixed it.
Yeah,
really quick.
Yeah,
like, and he didn't play it down. Thank you.
Yeah,
I don't hate it. He was fine for the year
23, 22,
Yeah.
he was very good.
Yeah. Yep.
23, he was awful.
Yeah,
so
it took a bad turn.
Yeah, that drags him down.
So where would you put him? Like here or down there? What do you think? South Philly or
you call it, Steve?
Not showing off.
I think that second year was so bad, though.
South Philly stud.
South Philly stud, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I agree.
Makes
It's
sense.
a shame, but
Yeah, no, that's good. No, yeah. Mark Simino, guys, you remember Mark Simino back
I
in the
remember.
day?
Yeah,
Middle linebacker, free agent from the Falcons. Yeah,
And emergency kicker.
that's
Yes,
right.
Yes,
That's
He
right.
kicked one or two extra points.
Yep.
So he has to go in the middle because he was the emergency kicker. For no other reason. And I think his entire run with the Eagles was him playing the best he could.
Yeah.
And it was more of the front office decision to put him in that position.
Yeah.
Was his problem. It wasn't him.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Then we have the poster child.
Saints, right? He came from the Saints.
No, it was the Falcons.
No, Falcons.
Falcons.
Okay,
yeah,
Falcons.
yeah.
Okay.
We have now the poster child, gentlemen, for the Dream Team.
Oh,
The
boy.
one free agent signing. that we all thought
shit.
Oh God.
They all thought we had a lockdown corner.
Get down
Namdi
there.
Asamoah. Where
Get down there. You took the money and sucked.
You don't even need to discuss that one.
Yeah, that
Holy
was.
crap.
I saw that
Yeah.
name pop up, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yeah, that was such."
What could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took the money and couldn't cover.
A
That's
lot
the
of
one time I wish Dallas would have beat us in the free agency market.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
D'Amico Ryans, of course, head coach of the Houston Texans right now. He also played for the Eagles way back in the day. D'Amico, I'll have to look up when he played while you guys discuss here.
South Philly stud for me.
What?
He wasn't. He wasn't. Does he go in the middle?
I wouldn't write him off that quickly there, Johnny. 2012 to 2015, he had 5 interceptions in a 4-year career. That was out
I
of
love D'Amico Ryans, but is he?
also pretty
He's more
active
than a South Philly
defensively.
stud, man. Damn.
All right. Can we put him in the middle?
5 sacks in his career.
Fine.
He's a
I put him
decent tackler. He had
No, he was a guy. I like him as a player. I just the longevity. He wasn't here for a really long time. So
4 years out of 10.
Yeah.
anyway, for his career. Not
I'm
showing
okay
off?
with the middle. If you think he goes higher than the middle, I'll agree.
What do you
but
think? What do you think, Steve? He did have 100 tackles. Well, actually, 113 combined tackles in 2012, 127 total combined tackles in 2012.
I think I'm okay with him in the middle.
Okay, cool.
Because I see
Super Bowl
Lito
shit.
in Not Angelo's guy, and I'm like, I don't know if he's on Lito's.
he's kind of our bar right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah,
Sup-
exactly.
Super Bowl 59 champion. Of course, he was on the IR. We missed him, of course. Nakobe Dean, gentlemen.
Ah,
Nakobe
that
Dean. It's a good guy.
I don't know if I love that kid as a football player, but I love that kid.
He is one of your favorites. I know that, Johnny.
I loved his college career. I absolutely love that we got him.
I would put him in the middle for now.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, kind of with.
I think he would have balled out. I think he would have balled out in the Super Bowl if he wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no,
He was having a great year. He was having a great year.
great year, but he before that was not so great. So
Right.
I think he's ascending.
But he's ascending. Yep.
Yes.
For the
yes.
moment, I think he's got to be in that middle.
Very good.
I have no problem with that.
All right, gentlemen. My boy, the greatest almost sacker in the history of the National Football League, according to Ray Rhodes, Mike Mamula. Gentlemen.
Total hot trash. To be the worst Eagles defensive end in the story franchise of the defensive ends of the Eagles, that was bad.
Mamula.
That was all organizational. I don't think it was him at all.
Mamula had 31.
That's why
Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not sure I want to put him in hot garbage because I don't think it's his fault that they took him in the first round. You know what I mean? Like,
No, but I think if we put him in South Philly stud because of the lore, you had your Mamula fans. It's something to say to be the worst defensive end ever.
And there
he
were
sold some jerseys.
I
was
do remember
not the
yeah.
worst.
I know.
I do remember there were a few Mike Mamula jerseys out there, and I kept thinking to
Yeah,
myself,
there were.
why are people buying this jersey? I didn't quite understand it.
Well, Matt, it sounded like you had the stats. Give the stats because they're not terrible.
His stats are not terrible. You're right, Steve. He had 31 and a half sacks in a 5-year carear. I mean, that's not bad. Not bad
But
at all.
first round good. That's the problem. So South Philly studded it.
South Philly studded it. Yeah. Yep.
If we were to buy that on the free agent market for the upcoming year, for the next 4 years, you're going to get 31 sacks.
Yeah.
We would pay a high price for that.
Yeah, exactly.
You take a guy in the third round who gets 31 sacks in 5 years. You're like, hey, this guy really panned out.
Yeah, exactly.
But you took him in the first round, and so you screwed him.
Yeah.
So
yeah. All right, next up, Jordan Hicks, gentlemen, Super Bowl champion, of course, Super Bowl 52 champion. He also got hurt that year. Well, yeah, he was also, I believe, middle linebacker for us for years. A while back.
I think he fits right in the middle next to Nakobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Had a real nice year. I think maybe this was his rookie year.
I think he's still playing, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, he is. I don't know where he's playing, but I heard his name called.
Yeah, Cleveland actually.
That's it. That was the game I was watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
why we
bounced
don't know.
around outside of the Super Bowl championship. 4 years with Philly, 3 years with the Cardinals, 2 years with Minnesota, and then with Cleveland. So he's having a nice
he
career.
didn't he go with he went with Gannon, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
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 No.
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 The Super Bowl was 52.
Okay.
Yeah, that was way back. Yeah. Yeah, he joined pre Gannon. Yeah, but he's having a very nice career. 13 picks.
No, I meant Cardinals Gannon. When Gannon went to the Cardinals, he went with him?
No.
Okay.
No.
He was Gannon. By the time Gannon got there, he was gone.
Yeah, he was gone.
Okay.
Yeah. Willie Thomas, gentlemen. Willie T.
I love me some Willie Thomas. You can put him anywhere you want.
Oh, you got to put him somewhere, Johnny. Come on now.
Put him anywhere you want. He was awesome. I loved it. That was my linebacker when I was growing up.
He's
Young
not an
kid,
Angelo
like
guy.
I love that.
Yeah.
Not an Angelo guy.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Not showing off.
No, Angelo guy.
No, not
Angelo
Angelo.
guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He might be my favorite linebacker of all time.
Yeah.
He was a nice bridge from the early '90s defense to the Ray Rhodes
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Another Super Bowl champion, gentlemen. Rodney McLeod, of course, paired alongside Malcolm Jenkins in the secondary back there. I believe a strong safety, if I remember right. Where do you guys put Rodney McLeod on your career? He's still playing, by the way, too. Played for Cleveland, yeah.
He was a great acquisition, and played well.
Rodney McLeod has a pretty lengthy career going for him right now. A 13-year career. Started out with St. Louis, but then moved to Philly and was here for 6 years, from 2016 through 2021.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I put him in the middle.
Not showing
I'll
off?
agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll agree with you.
All right.
He had some nice moments.
And he played next to Malcolm. It's kind of the same thing that we were talking, like when you play against,
Yeah.
playing next to B-Dog, like your game gets elevated.
11 of his 18 interceptions here in Philadelphia. So he's a damn good player. Really good player. Next up, Sheldon Brown. Of course, paired alongside Lido for all those years, guys. Sheldon Brown. With
Yeah, I have to put him on. He's right now. He's ever connected to Lido.
to Lido. So up here.
Pair him up again.
Yeah.
And if you just want to just be happy, that hit on Reggie Bush was amazing. So
That's every time you bring up
Damn
Sheldon
right it
Brown,
was.
it's obligatory you bring up that.
yeah, exactly. You must bring that up.
You got to bring that up, yeah. All right, gents. Here we go. Got another one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Jerome McDougal. Jerome McDougal, gentlemen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know, was with us from 2003 and 2004, then left 1 year, then came back 2006.
Oh, they brought him back.
They brought him
Yeah.
back. Grand total of 3 sacks in
I
4
think
years.
he got shot. That's why they let him go, or something like that.
Yeah.
He did get shot.
Yeah, it was something. Yeah, we don't even
Put it
talk
right
about
there, yeah.
That was organizational and his own doing.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. He was a first-round pick, if I remember right.
I don't think he was completely innocent in getting shot.
No, I don't think so either.
15th overall selection in the first
Yeah.
round of the NFL draft in 2000.
This is back when I was angry at the Eagles because they thought they could turn anything into anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, which, by the way, I'm trying to pull it up here. We passed over, who was it?
Oh,
Troy
boy.
Polamalu, who was a Hall of Famer.
Everybody.
The next pick was by the Steelers. Jerome was Troy Polamalu. Missed him. Who else is there? Willis
I think
McGahee.
we talked about this.
Dallas
Yeah.
Clark.
We have, yep.
Larry Johnson.
We had like a tournament of like bad Philly athletes or something.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
remember.
Yep.
I remember this very discussion because we're like, we
Yep.
had Dawkins and Palomalu
Yeah.
in the same
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
You also had
Exactly.
Charles Tillman in that draft, too, so you could have also drafted him.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, ahead of time. So, yeah, it kind of missed there, Andy. Sorry about that, pal.
yeah.
All right, next up, Troy Vincent. Of course, he was hanging around here,
Oh yeah.
Ray Rhodes, but then Andy had him for a little bit. alongside another cornerback who will be
He was a big free agent signing.
big free
and
agent signing.
Panned out.
Yep.
Like,
He's an
totally
Angelo
panned.
guy and not an Angelo guy.
Okay,
Yep.
nice.
Yep.
He was very good.
Yeah, he was a very good player. A very good player.
We've been blessed here with very good cornerbacks.
Yeah,
Yes.
From
Yes.
Eric Allen to Troy Vincent, Bobby Taylor, and then to Lito Sheldon.
yeah.
Uh,
And now we got
this year.
Quinyon. Yeah, Quinyon
Quinyon.
Mitchell.
We had Asante Samuel for a long time.
Oh yeah. Trent Cole, gents.
Another not an Angelo guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
yeah. He was a terrific defensive end. One of the
Oh, for
all-time.
sure.
Yeah.
He's the reason BG's here. Like that
Yeah.
style of player.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, it's the
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because that rush off the edge and the power.
exactly.
Yeah.
He was the one to kind of show the organization. Oh, we need guys like that,
Yeah.
and that's why you draft guys like BG later on.
Yeah, exactly. Hugh Douglas, gentlemen, WIP host.
You.
I love Hugh Douglas.
Another
Douglas.
not an Angelo guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Love it
Hugh
when
was
he-
a fan favorite. Everybody loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
He was
tremendous.
running around acting like he was going to hit somebody, so I jacked his ass up.
Exactly
Yes.
right. Then it only gets better, gentlemen.
Wait. Was Hugh the one? Do or die. Do or die.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think it was. Him and Hollis was some of the greatest post game next day interview stuff. They were
Yeah.
those two were just life for the longest time.
That's awesome. I love me some Hugh. Gents, only gets better. BG, two-time Super Bowl
get up there.
champion.
Best.
Get up there because nobody else did it.
Yep.
Get up there.
All the way up to the top, right?
All the way at the top.
Two-time Super Bowl champion.
When they said you shouldn't be here,
Yeah.
you're two-time champ.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, what more can be said about this guy? I mean, he's
Well, and he also fake strip sacked Brady during a television broadcast.
yeah,
Yes.
which was great.
Which, now you're three-time champion. Right?
He was more Hugh Douglas than Hugh Douglas was.
He
Mhm.
was.
And
Yeah.
him and Derek Gunn were phenomenal.
Oh,
Like,
they
every
were
time.
terrific
Oh,
after the
God.
post
Dude, the
games.
greatest thing ever was when he called out WIP for talking shit about him, and when 97.5 started,
Yeah.
he stopped talking to WIP, and then
Yeah,
he
exactly.
was great. Everything about him was great.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I
exactly.
hope
right.
we can get him back one more year. Just one more, bro.
Yeah,
we
could
can
he,
do this again.
boy, could you imagine if he came back again and they go back? Oh my gosh! Well, I
Just
mean,
in the locker room. I just want him to be around for one more. If he could three-peat with the Eagles
oh.
and just shove it down everybody's throat, that would be.
He's got to be on the coaching staff when he retires.
Oh, I would hope so.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah, he needs to be around football. That
Oh,
dude's
yeah.
a gem.
Yeah, he's an absolutely beautiful human being too. Great
He'll
dude.
probably go into the media though.
Ugh.
Yeah, I could see that happening too.
Yeah.
I could really see
Get
that.
on that show. Maybe I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Whatever show that is. I don't even know the name of it.
Best show ever? Maybe. Who knows? You know. Yeah. Who knows?
All right, what's next? I see
Jason
it,
Babin,
93.
guys. Jason Babin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, hot garbage.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude
You
was
just-
like,
He was
You
a hot
disgraced
mess.
the 93.
Yeah. He was a hot
Selfish.
mess. Really.
selfish. Yeah.
Yeah. Very. Very much so. Yeah.
Not a fan at all.
There you go. Quentin Michael. Next, guys, Quentin Michael.
I think he goes with the Rodney McLeod. Like, because same thing. You played with.
Played a little bit with
I
B
think you're
Dog.
right in the middle.
Kind
I
of-
think you're right in the middle.
You know, everybody thought he was like kind of the heir apparent to Doc. You know, a little bit. I remember hearing that talk, and I thought, like, yeah, I could see that. I could see Quentin Michael having like a really good career here and longevity, but it didn't really last all that long
No.
after Doc left. So, but at the time when he was kind of in the middle of that secondary and playing alongside Dawkins, he was terrific. So yeah, I think middle of the road's pretty good. I think for him,
Okay.
Steve. Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
okay, there you go. Derek Burgess is next on the list, gents. Getting close to the end here. Derek Burgess, kind of same.
It's the maturation process that I'm talking about because it wasn't Derek Burgess before Trent Cole. They're all the same.
And
over
then
there.
that turned into BG?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. which would be a not Angelo's guy because that's where we put Trent Cole before.
No, he's not a not Angelo.
I don't think
guy.
he was as good.
No,
Not as good. Okay.
no.
No,
Probably
I
in the
think
middle.
he's
Goes in the middle.
if you put him in the middle, it would show what exactly what I'm saying. Like
Okay.
Burgess and then Cole and then
BG.
right? It
Okay.
goes right up that.
Right up that chain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The Axeman, Jeremiah Trotter.
Get up at the top. You birth the backup middle linebacker.
That's awesome. I was not calling that out of both of you being the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
absolutely. You want me to tell you that he couldn't run side to side? He was a little bit slow. Absolutely,
Yeah.
but he made it up in every other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when he came back in 2004,
Yep.
He was even better. He was
Oh, yeah.
better than what he was after.
He was a
came
better
in.
leader. Yeah, he was a better leader. He was a better player.
Yeah. And his son is Super Bowl champion. How about that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Kurt Coleman. Kurt Coleman.
South Philly
So-
stud.
South
Yeah,
Philly
very-
stud. Okay.
Very vaguely remember any of that.
Yeah.
I just
Good hitter, but
not much
Yeah.
else.
that was so it'd be a perfect South Philly stud. Yeah. Super Bowl champion. Darius, big play Slay. Gents, what do you think of big play Slay
Hey,
here?
It paid off.
It
Betting
did.
him paid off.
I think I put him in the not Angelo guy.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Not quite best there is though.
He needed help.
He did.
He needed Cooper. He needed Cooper and Quignon.
And Quignon to get
to
over the top.
be-
Yep.
Yeah, to be the guy.
Yeah.
Like he needed help. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, towards the end of his career. Another Super Bowl champion. Boy, they're just popping out of nowhere, Glenn. How about that? They're just popping up all over the place.
Wait until we win another one.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
ridiculous.
Shut up, John. It's in the script. Josh Sweaty. Josh Sweat.
I love Josh Sweat.
2.5
Not
sacks
Angelo
in
guy.
Super Bowl 59.
Yep.
Where would you put him?
Angelo guy. Not Angelo.
Not
guy.
Angelo.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think we re-sign him or is he gone?
You kind of got to resign him. He's the staple on that line with those two young defensive tackles. Like
Yeah,
he can get if BG leaves, he can get some of that BG money,
that's true.
and you can cut that other schlub. You can give him some of that money. Too. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Huff. Yeah. All right, next up, Corey Simon, famous, of course, first play in his career, sacked. Who was it? Troy Aikman
Oh, nice.
of the Dallas
Hey,
Cowboys.
by the way, right now that looks like a middle finger.
Yeah.
Corey Simon was very good.
Yes.
I hear a butt coming.
No, I think he's
No, he's very good.
I
Okay.
think he's not an Angelo guy.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he was very good.
Yeah.
Most of his his entire career with the Eagles, he spent a while here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was around for a long,
Yeah.
long time. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You're right, Johnny. You're right. All right. Reed Blankenship, guys, is next on the list. Reed Blankenship, of course, Super Bowl 59 champion.
And he has his boy back.
Yeah, undrafted free
He's even
agent, by the
better
way.
now.
Yeah, undrafted free agent. Really good dude, seems like. Young corner. Young for safety, I should say. What do you think of Blankenship? Is he in the middle, do you think? If you had to put him
I
in
think
there?
he's in the middle for now.
Yeah.
I think there's still
He
room
is-
to grow there, isn't there?
Oh
Room
yeah,
to
absolutely.
grow.
But he also lost. He's a better player now because of the guy he has next to him.
Yeah, Cooper.
Because he has a little bit more. He has a little bit more room to move.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you'll see. Yeah, I think we'll see. His future is going to be bright.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's played so well, come up with some key interceptions during the year.
Absolutely.
And you can see he's only going to get better under Fangio's defense, I think. So yeah, I think that's going to be true. Got another one
boy.
for you guys.
Oh, I think I know who this is.
Byron Maxwell.
Hot garbage.
There's nothing good to say about him.
If there was anything that went wrong in the Chip Kelly
Kelly?
era.
Either
Kip
or, it doesn't
Kelly
matter. You can
Eller.
become whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. That piece of crap. That was him.
Hey, he won a national championship.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. So
Insert the YouTube video of Shady McCoy and Deshaun Jackson just shitting on him right there. There you go. That's all you need to say.
there you go. Have to find that link. Zach Bowen, gents. Of course, I have that photo of him making that diving interception in Super Bowl 59. Another Super
Not
Bowl
an
champion.
Angelo guy.
Yeah, for a 1-year signee.
What?
My goodness,
Pay
right?
him.
Oof. Right?
Pay that man, right?
Jeffrey, I'm sorry, Mr. Lurie.
Mr.
Go to the
Lurie.
ATM. You don't even cut this man a check. You give him straight hard cash.
Yeah. Pack up that
to be
Brinks
your
truck and
starter
just
next
dump it
year.
right at his house. Exactly.
95.
Got another one. Michael Kendricks, guys. Played on Super Bowl 52. He's a Super Bowl champion. Middle linebacker.
The linebacker. And then he evaded
And
tax.
evaded
or something
tax
like that. He
evasion.
did
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
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 His brother's better. Can we
Brother is
I
better.
think South Philly stud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
'Cause
He's not
he-
garbage.
Yeah, he played well the year they won the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yes.
But that was about it.
Yep. And then that whole tax evasion thing.
Yeah, then
Sorry, son, you can't play football anymore. You owe the federal government a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. Whoops. Exactly. All right, guys. Another 93 here. Javon Curse. The Freak, I think is what he had called him.
the freak. Put him in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
Really?
He was really good in 04.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was
And that was
about
it.
it.
That was
about
it.
But that was about it. Yeah.
But it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. Well, I remember him like playing for the Titans, and I thought, like, wait a minute, we have Javon Curse and Terrell
Yeah.
Owens on the team, and I thought, holy cow, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. And that's exactly what
And we
happened.
did.
We didn't quite win it, but oh my
Same
gosh,
script.
yeah,
Uh,
it's amazing. Patrick Robinson going the other way for the Philadelphia Eagles defensive touchdown against the Vikings.
and that's the only thing I remember about his
Yeah.
career.
Uh huh. Where would you put Patrick Robinson? Middle.
Middle. He did his job.
Yeah, it was a reason. It was one of the reasons that we won that game because we
Yeah.
wouldn't have without those points.
Made right in the Super Bowl because of him. Yeah. Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this one of your favorites, Dahani Jones? Bow tie guy?
What a phenomenal human being.
Yeah. So where would you put Dahani Jones on?
Yeah, in the football world?
In the football, well,
You
in
put
this
him anywhere you
listing.
want.
In the listing.
As a human being, probably like top 10 that I've ever met.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. As a football player, I remember, dude, I saw him the day he got cut.
Mm,
And how sad he was
yeah,
that he had to leave Philly
yeah,
is a huge impression on me that I don't think I'll ever forget.
yeah.
Like, it came out like early in the morning. I saw him later that night, and he was just like, I was like, so what's up? Like, I don't want the scoop or anything, but you good? And he was like, my agent's talking to a couple teams.
Oh,
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave.
yeah.
And he was a fixture in that city.
Yeah, he was.
Middle.
Middle.
Yeah, so as a person, middle.
Yeah, or a football player, middle, but
Yeah.
top tier guy for obviously meeting him in person. You know.
I think
he's
this
a
next
good
guy
dude.
goes up top.
Fletch. Fletcher
Oh, yeah.
Cox, yeah.
Yeah, up top. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say about this guy? I mean, he practically it was like Corey
The
Simon
defensive
2.5.
The defensive Kelsey. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the
the
defensive
defensive
Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Yeah, yeah. And a great champion as well.
I love that they retired on the same day because it made sense.
They really did. Carlos Emmons, guys.
Oh,
Yeah, a while back here.
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of middle.
You would take him
he was
on any
decent.
team that you had. Yeah. You
Yeah,
would take
he
him
was
on any
decent.
team that you had.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Cooper DeJean. Greatest interception return for a touchdown in the Eagles Super Bowl history, of course. The only one we've ever had. But, wow. What a tremendous way, right? And he comes in
On his birthday, too.
on his birthday, obviously with the interception. But prior to that, starts after the bye, and man, did he make an impact on defense. He was tackling people all over the place.
Yeah,
Stopped Jamar
He's
Chase.
got to be a
stopped-
not Angelo guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When you alerted me that the sound up was up,
Mhm.
there was a moment that somebody was talking. I can't remember who was talking to him.
Mhm.
I think it might have been, it was Zach Bond that was talking to him.
Yeah.
And he was describing the coverage of the play that was called by them. And he was like, bro, X, Y, like he was
Yeah.
explaining the whole thing. And he was like, that's fucking veteran shit.
Yeah.
And you did that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was a perfect great defense. It kind of guided him over there, and
He
the way
he read the play perfectly.
yeah, he read
The
it so
defense
perfectly.
improved when he came in after the bye.
Yeah.
No doubt about
Absolutely.
that. Yeah.
Bottom line.
There's another defensive tackle, guys. Broderick Bunkley, number 97 in your program.
That was a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a while back. Kind of. I think he's
Steve
tied in with
Ray
Corey, but yeah,
South Philly stud.
yeah. South Philly,
Yeah, he didn't do much.
kind of quiet. Yeah,
Yeah.
for his career. Darwin Walker also wore 97 for the
Darwin
Eagles.
Walker. I like Darwin Walker.
Darwin Walker
me
a
too,
while
me too.
back.
Middle.
Put him in the
Yeah, middle.
middle?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next up,
Good guy.
Asante. Asante Samuel.
Sante is a not Angelo guy.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, I mean,
he was a hell of a player while he was here.
he also made some great interceptions, during that 08 playoff run. Giants,
Yeah.
Vikings, I mean, he was making picks, all that kind of stuff. I mean,
It was great when he came in. He just made the back of the defense better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
Just by his presence.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They never should have let him go.
Yeah.
I agree.
Here's another one. Casey Matthews, the son of Clay Matthews.
Yikes.
Everybody was
Not
like,
the
"Oh man,
son.
this is good."
Not the son, the brother.
Oh, brother of. Okay, sorry.
yeah.
He's too young.
Yeah,
He's too
he
young
should have
to be the son.
been the son. He sucks so
Yeah.
bad.
Where would you put this guy?
We got the wrong Matthews.
Yeah, we did get
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of here, right?
I don't think he's garbage.
No, I didn't think he was hot garbage.
So
I just
here?
don't think
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
potential to be there. Okay.
Yeah.
Hollis Thomas, guys, is next on the list.
Hollis.
I love Hollis.
Yeah. Great play against Vic in the NFC Championship game in 04.
Not an Angelo guy, like for his career, or is he middle? I mean, middle
I
road.
think,
Like,
he's, I think he's a medal.
Yeah,
Middle
you
road.
take him or leave him. Yeah.
Okay. Middle road he is.
Yeah.
Next up is Derek Barnett. Made the fumble recovery in Super Bowl 52, of course.
And that is the only reason I don't hate on him. Because what a dumb
Yeah.
player. But
Middle.
Middle? Yeah.
Medal.
Yeah.
But strip sack I got the ball, dude. Like, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you
Have
for
to
Or
doing
some
your job.
plays, you're
The
forgiven.
ball, yeah.
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 Because was it Sirianni? It's always him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was always him.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, exactly. 3 to go, guys. Takeo Spikes is next.
Ooh.
I love that smile. He goes up 1 for me, just that smile. Like, what an infectious smile that man had.
Yeah.
But my God, did he dress weird?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fur coats. Holy
Yes.
cow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Middle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Couldn't
All right.
disagree there.
Yeah.
With that.
I mean, he was decent.
We got what we paid for.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
totally got what we paid for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next to last is Bobby Taylor,
Not an Angelo guy.
non-Angelo guy.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I remember Bobby Taylor breaking up a pass against Michael Irvin.
Oh,
yeah.
remember he taught the NFL. Bobby Taylor's the one that taught the NFL to get physical with Urban.
Absolutely.
And then the bigger corner started to come in.
Yep.
And they basically changed the game in a way.
Yeah.
He was, in Philadelphia terms, he was the Chris Terrian to Michael
Mhm.
Irvin's Yarmir Yager.
Yeah. There you go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. And then finally, gentlemen, we couldn't have closed out this wonderful S tier list without the, Hall of Famer.
Well, because it's you.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
that too.
Yeah, put him up top.
Brian
Yeah, he's the
Dawkins.
goat.
I mean,
Yeah,
come
he's
on.
the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Greatest of all time, right? I mean, no complaints there
There
at
are
all.
so many 20 jerseys in closets that
Oh.
don't fit kids and adults. You can't even add it up.
The Dawkins jersey that I wore, of course, for last episode when we were doing the whole thing, I have had that jersey probably since 2000, and I think that was probably 5 or 6. Like, it's almost 20 years old now. And it's like, it's one of my most revered, and I love that jersey. It fits
I,
perfectly.
over
It's
the
great.
time of my life, had owned a black one, a green one, and a white one.
Yeah.
That's how many Dawkins jerseys I've had.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the impact that he has made on the team, their performance, the multiple NFC title game appearances, the Super Bowl appearance, but then outside of that, the humbleness that I love about that guy, and the fact that he's got muscles on top of muscles that I didn't even know where even muscles existed.
He
Like,
really
he is
likes.
fit.
He really likes Brian Dawkins.
I love that dude, man. I can't get enough of him. I would love to sit down and talk with him. He would be one of those guys you would love to sit down at a bar somewhere talking football, like what or talking about life, and you could learn so much from him.
Oh yeah,
You know, in that regard. So anyway.
All right. Well, it doesn't look. Well, it still looks like a middle finger.
it does a little bit.
It does.
It does a little bit.
All right. All right. So
That's the
ends
Glenn.
episode.
How you doing, Glenn?
Yeah, that's the Glenn. All right. That end, when are we doing special teams?
I don't know. Maybe we could do like a kicker and punt returner and
Kickers, punters, and long snappers.
and long snappers.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we're going to have this many, though.
No, I don't think
Chris
so.
Bonio at the top, everybody else down at hot garbage. Just kidding.
Maybe we'll do a combination of the two Super Bowl teams. Maybe we could do it that way. Do it, something like that.
I have an idea you guys are gonna like next week.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you
then
guys
you have to
are
stay
really
tuned for
gonna
that.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
you're really
Excellent.
gonna like it.
But you all have to wait because that is the end of episode 229. The Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Glenn.
And if we've learned anything from this episode, it's do not get into a water tank with a sturgeon.
Thank you. Makes me want to hit the leave button right now.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. So on that note, get out.